Hey families, welcome back to LNB Perfectly Imperfect. And if you're new here, this channel is to help you and your family build your life financially without falling into the trap of debt and stress. Today we will be talking about something powerful but often overlooked. And that is the secret to saving more. Now, many people think saving come down to one big decision. Maybe winning the lottery, or getting a raise, or even cutting out everything fun. But that's not usually always the case. The truth is, saving more is about small habits repeated over time. Think about it. A single drop of water does not fill a bucket. It does not fill a bucket. But that single drop of water over time fill the bucket and it will eventually overflow. And that's how savings work. That is how savings work. Part 1. Why habits matter more than big moments. Let's be real. Life is made up of everyday choices, not once in a lifetime events. Put it this way, one Starbucks coffee may not ruin your finances, but buying one coffee from Starbucks every day for an entire year may come up to $1,500. $1,500 that's just gone. Like, it is just gone. That's $1,500 that you could have had. So note this, the little things, when they are repeated consistently, eventually become big things. Just like that Starbucks coffee every day. It eventually becomes big things. Here's the good news about this. If small bad habits can keep you broke, small good habits can get you wealthy. This is especially true for immigrant families. So we may not start with much, but consistent good habits over time can still build stability and wealth for our generations. Part 2. Small habits that build wealth. Let us get practical into our everyday stuff. Here are some habits that can make a huge difference. The first one is that you're going to automate savings. And what you're going to do is that you're going to set up automatic payments, and that would be to like your savings account. Outside of automating payment for your bills, automate payment for your savings account as well. You're going to do this the day that your paycheck hits your checking account. The day that it hits that checking account, it should be transferring that portion to savings. Even if you're starting with $25 or $50 a month, if that's where you're at and that's where you can start there. It will still eventually add up. There is a lot of us out here with no savings. So if you have $50 in your savings account on your first month, that is fine. If you have $100 by the next month, that is okay. But you know that you are in a position where you need to go out and bring in more money as well. So it's not just saving that little bit more here. You might need to go out and bring in more money so you can save even more each month. But that little bit counts, and starting counts. Just start. 2 is to save change and small bills. So if you're someone that throw away all the coins that you get, save them. You're going to use a jar at home, that piggy bank, that we're used to when we were younger. You're going to use that jar at home and you're going to put your coins in there. They add up over time. They add up over time. 3 is to practice the 24-hour rule. This is to wait 24 hours before you purchase anything non-essential. That 24 hours is to see if you actually still feel that need for that item. Because you see it now, you like it, you want it. Most of the time, within 24 hours, you don't even want that item anymore. By the next day, you might not want that item. So wait the 24 hours before you make that purchase. 4, plan meals and cook at home. I have said this one multiple times, multiple times. Buy groceries and cook at home. Saving $20 here and $30 there, it all add up. So if you save a $20 on grocery this week or every week for the 4 weeks, it's gonna add up. And it's even most likely more if you've been going out and buying takeout. 5 is that you're going to use cash for fun money. Why you're going to use cash for fun money is because once it's gone, it's gone. You know that you have no more money to spend on fun. Once it is gone, once that envelope is empty, it's empty. You should not be going into your bank account for additional money because you knew what you had and it was in that envelope and now it's empty. So there's no more to spend. So choose what you spend on wisely. This is to help you with your spending without overspending. That's what that is for. 6 is that you're going to teach kids early. You're going to give them that piggy bank. Most kids love that. Most kids love getting money to put in their piggy bank. Give them that piggy bank. Something fun. I wouldn't recommend just that empty jar. Well, you can do that. Depends on the age of the child. But for the younger one, give them something fun that helps them to be interested in it. They want to put money in that pig. You're going to teach your kids from early because when they see savings as something normal, savings is something that they've been doing from their childhood that they eventually will be consistent with if you give them the money and tell them how to manage it. You might give them $10 and you let them know you have to save some of your $10 and you can spend some of your $10. So they also know that they can spend their money, but they should also save their money. This is to help them when they become an adult to know that saving is important. They can still have fun, they can still buy things that they like, but they also need to save. 7 is to celebrate small wins. You got to $100, that's great. That is great. It's depending on where you're at. Because if your first saving is $100, that's not your goal. That's not your goal. Your goal might be $500. That might take you longer to save, right? If you're only able to save $20 a week, $10, and all of those small changes, and you reach $100, that might be your first goal. Your first goal might be $100, and you should celebrate that when you get there. And that's going to build motivation for you to keep going. Mind you, as I've said before, celebrating doesn't always have to mean spending a lot. Celebrating does not always mean spending. When you're celebrating that $100 save, you can go to the park, or your next $10 or $5 might go to an ice cream. Just a small treat. Go to the park with your family while cooking food from home, and go to the park and have some fun celebrating that $100. You do not have to spend to celebrate. And if you spend, you do not have to spend a lot. You can have a $10 budget on your spending, a $5 budget on your spending. Just a small treat to let your mind know that you did something well. You did something, you made it to that extent. You met that first goal. Part 3 is getting the entire family involved. Get the whole family involved in this saving process. Saving is not a solo sport. It's a family effort. Same for like spouses. They can sit down once per week and talk about that money. Talk about where they're at. Talk about what they spent. Talk about if that budget is working for you. Because when you just start, your budget might not be working for you. It might not be where you think it should have been. You may have put $50 toward gas because that's what you think you spend. But you actually realize that you drive more and you need more gas. So you might need a budget for $80 a month for gas. It all depends on where you're at. If you're just starting, your budget will not be perfect. You will be going in and fixing that budget for the next month. For kids, you're going to give them small saving goals. If they need a toy and that's something that they really want, give them a small saving goal towards that. If that toy is $30, $20, let them save towards that toy. You might be giving them a small stipend or lunch money anywhere they're getting funds from, even from their birthday or anything. Let them save towards that toy. Let them be a part of that saving process. Let them know what saving is from a younger age. Now, for your extended family, if you are supporting relatives, you have to create a budget. They have to know about that budget. You have to know about that budget. And you're going to work towards staying within that budget. And this way, you're helping without damaging your household. You're helping, but you're still able to pay for your rent. You're still able to pay for your electricity bill. You're still able to pay for your water bill. You're still able to do things for you and your family without going into debt. So for your extended family, you'll create a budget if you're funding them. Also, with your extended family, you can also help them save. Help them save. If they're working, teach them how to save. Help them to grow. So eventually, you might not need to be supporting them if they're able to support themselves. Help them, and it's going to help you in the long run. So when the entire family is involved, savings becomes a shared lifestyle, not a burden. Part 4, consistency over perfection. Here's something really important. You do not have to be perfect. You do not have to be perfect to win with money. So some months you might save a lot. You might be able to save $2,000, $1,000, $500, whatever, $100. That's a lot for your household. You might be able to save a lot some months. And then some months, emergencies happen. Unexpected expenses come up. And we gotta know that that's just life. That's just a part of it. That's just life. It is just life. In all of this, what matters is consistency. Let us just be consistent with our good small habits, and they will change our life eventually. Saving is like planting seeds. You may not see that result for a good while. That sprout might not be popping out, but eventually you'll see it coming up, and then it will grow into that beautiful plant with that lovely flowers blooming on top. That's what savings is. Those seeds grow into abundance. So what we are not N-O-T, what we are not going to do is stop because the progress is slow. We are not going to stop because the progress is slow. That is just a part of it. That is just a part of the cycle. So we are not going to stop because it feels like it's slow. You most likely are doing better than you were before, last month, last week, yesterday maybe. You are doing better than you were before. So focus on you and where you are at and the growth that you made. So you're maybe not that beautiful flowers as yet, but you've sprouted, right? You're growing. You have parted that soil and you have pushed out your face into the world of savings. You're up and coming. So families, here's the truth. Saving more isn't about luck. It is about habits. And it can be that small habit that you've been overlooking. Those small actions, they add up. With consistency, those steps turn into big victories. So here's your challenge for this week. Pick one, just one small money habit from this video and start it today. Just one small money habit and start it today. Start it this week. Automate $25 into savings. Get a jar for loose change. Or commit to that 24-hour rule before buying anything that is non-essential. Drop a comment in the comment section and let me know which one of these steps, which one of these small habits will you be trying. And if this helped you, share it with another family that need help to build their life and then eventually build wealth. And don't forget to subscribe to LNB Perfectly Imperfect. New videos every Tuesday and Thursdays to help you build your life financially. Remember this, wealth is not built in a day, it's built daily. And I believe in you, so let us do this together. The code for today is that we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. The Bible verse is Galatians 6 verse 9, says that, and let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up.